The great civilizations of ancient Africa imagine a world without books, without pyramids, without bustling cities. Yet, a very long time ago, in Africa, men and women built incredible civilizations. Egypt, with its pharaohs and pyramids, the kingdom of Kush, famous for its warrior queens, Aksum, a great center of trade, and Carthage, a powerful maritime city. These peoples invented writing, built temples, and created trade routes. Today, we are going to travel back in time to discover these cradles of African civilization. Get ready to be amazed. Introduction: Imagine a world without books, without pyramids, without bustling cities. Yet, a very long time ago, in Africa, men and women built incredible civilizations. Egypt, with its pharaohs and pyramids, the kingdom of Kush, famous for its warrior queens, Aksum, a great center of trade, and Carthage, a powerful maritime city. These peoples invented writing, built temples, and created trade routes. Today, we are going to travel back in time to discover these cradles of African civilization. Get ready to be amazed. Fundamental concepts: What is a civilization? A civilization is a group of people who live together in an organized society. They have laws, writing, cities, artisans, traders, and often kings or queens. The ancient civilizations of Africa are among the oldest in the world. The four great African civilizations: 1. Ancient Egypt, c. 3100 BC, 30 BC, located along the Nile River in northeast Africa. The Egyptians built the pyramids of Giza, invented hieroglyphs, their writing system, and had pharaohs like Ramesses II and Queen Cleopatra. They believed in many gods, such as Ra, the sun god, and Isis, the goddess of magic. 2. The Kingdom of Kush, c. 2500 BC, 350 AD, south of Egypt, in present-day Sudan. The Kushites conquered Egypt and had their own black pharaohs. Their capital was Napata, then Meroe. They were famous for their queens, called Candaces, and their pointed pyramids. 3. The Kingdom of Aksum, c. 100 AD, 900 AD, in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea. Aksum was a major trading center that exported ivory, gold, and spices. They invented their own writing system, Guizi, and King Ezana was one of the first Christian kings in Africa. 4. Carthage, c. 814 BC, 146 BC, founded by the Phoenicians from present-day Lebanon on the coast of present-day Tunisia. Carthage was a powerful maritime and trading city. Its general Hannibal crossed the Alps with elephants to fight Rome. Key dates to remember: 3100 BC, Unification of Egypt by King Narmer. 2500 BC, construction of the pyramids of Giza. 1070 BC, Kush becomes independent from Egypt. 814 BC, founding of Carthage. 100 AD, height of Aksum's power. 146 BC, destruction of Carthage by Rome. Why are these civilizations important? They invented writing, astronomy, medicine, and built magnificent monuments. They show that Africa was a continent of knowledge and power long before the arrival of Europeans. Deeper dive: Egypt, the gift of the Nile. The Nile was vital to the Egyptians. Every year, it flooded and deposited fertile silt on the land, allowing them to grow wheat, barley, and flax. The Egyptians built dams and canals to irrigate the fields. They also invented the 365-day solar calendar, based on the Nile's floods. The pyramids were tombs for the pharaohs. The largest, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, is 146 meters high and was built with over 2 million stone blocks. The workers were not slaves, but peasants who worked during the flood season. Egyptian writing, hieroglyphs, was made up of pictures. Scribes were highly respected. Thanks to the Rosetta Stone, we were able to decipher this writing in 1822. Kush, the kingdom of the Black Pharaohs. The Kushites conquered Egypt around 750 BC and founded the 25th dynasty. King Pi unified the Nile Valley. They built over 200 pyramids at Meroe, smaller and more pointed than those in Egypt. The Kushite queens, called Candaces, were powerful. The Candace Ammonirinas fought the Romans and even lost an eye in battle. Aksum, the crossroads of continents. Aksum was located on the Silk Road and spice routes. It traded with India, Persia, and the Roman Empire. The Aksumites minted their own coins in gold, silver, and bronze. King Ezana converted to Christianity around 330 AD, making Aksum one of the first Christian states. The Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Aksum is said to house the Ark of the Covenant, according to Ethiopian tradition. Carthage, the Queen of the Seas. Carthage controlled trade in the Mediterranean. Its ships carried tin, copper, gold, and slaves. The Carthaginians invented an alphabet that influenced Latin writing. General Hannibal Barca is famous for crossing the Alps with 37 war elephants to attack Rome. Despite his victories, Carthage was destroyed by Rome in 146 BC. Connections between these civilizations, Egypt and Kush, were neighbors and often traded or fought. Aksum conquered Kush around 350 AD. Carthage was in contact with Egypt through trade. All these civilizations contributed to the cultural richness of Africa. Examples and case studies. Example 1, the construction of the pyramids. Context: the pharaohs wanted grand tombs for their afterlife. Process: thousands of workers pulled stone blocks up earthen ramps. They used ropes and wooden rollers. Consequence: the pyramids are the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing. Example 2, Queen Candace Ammonirina's. A context: the Romans wanted to conquer the kingdom of Kush. Process: Queen Ammonirina's led her troops against the Romans. She lost an eye but won the war. Consequence: the Romans signed a peace treaty and paid tribute to Kush. Example 3, the trade of Aksum. Context: Aksum was at the crossroads of trade routes between Africa, Asia, and Europe. Process: Aksumite merchants exchanged ivory, gold, spices, and slaves for cloth, glass, and wine. Consequence: Aksum became very wealthy and minted its own currency. Example 4, Hannibal and the elephants. Context: Rome and Carthage were at war for control of the Mediterranean. Process: Hannibal crossed the Alps with 37 elephants. Many died from the cold, but he surprised the Romans. Consequence: Hannibal won several battles but did not take Rome. Carthage ultimately lost the war. Example 5, Egyptian writing. Context: the Egyptians needed a system to record taxes, laws, and stories. Process: scribes used hieroglyphs on papyrus sheets made from a plant. Consequence: today we can read ancient Egyptian texts thanks to the Rosetta Stone. Example 6, the conversion of Aksum to Christianity. Context: King Ezana met Christian missionaries. Process: he converted and made Christianity the official religion. Consequence: Ethiopia became a Christian country, and the Ethiopian Church still exists today. The great African civilizations are Egypt, Kush, Aksum, and Carthage. Egypt built the pyramids and invented hieroglyphs. Kush had black pharaohs and warrior queens called Candaces. Aksum was a major trading center and one of the first Christian states. Carthage was a maritime power led by Hannibal. These civilizations existed long before the arrival of Europeans. The Nile was essential to Egypt. Kush's pyramids are smaller and more pointed than Egypt's. Hannibal crossed the Alps with elephants. The Guizi script of Aksum is still used in Ethiopia today. To remember these civilizations, imagine a map of Africa. In the northeast, Egypt pyramids; south of Egypt, Kush warrior queens; in th. East, Aksum trade; in the northwest, Carthage elephants. Use mental images: a pharaoh, a Candace, a merchant, an elephant. Watch a documentary on the pyramids, visit an African museum or online, or read a book like Ancient Egypt for Kids.